Team 1 has made some enhancements to our demo to build basically a step debugger for ACE, so I wanted to show that off. So I'm going to go ahead and fire up our demo. You can see it starting up there. Over here, I'm going to fire up the step debugger, like so. And over here, shortly you're going to see messages flying across there. I can actually hit a key here, and you'll see it's setting the debug state to enabled. Over here, I'm getting messages inside the ACE that are stopping all the layers. And back in the debugger, you can see that it's actually updating the state of the debugger with the current messages that were in the bus right as the ACE was stopping. So the debugger has it's just a basic text user interface. So you have keyboard shortcuts to be able to switch between layers. You can see here the active layer you're editing is right there. You can edit messages. There's keyboard shortcuts for that. So for control messages, you can add, cancel, clear. You can edit messages too if there's any existing. I can show you that. So we do a cancel, and for any existing messages, let's say for layer 2, for the control messages, you can see you can actually edit existing messages if you want right there. And so that actually allows you to edit messages too. Now, all these messages were loaded into the state, but for the sake of keeping it simple, I'm just going to clear out the first 3 layers so I can just show you sending a message and what happens. So we'll clear out layer 2, we'll clear out layer 1, and we'll clear out layer 3. So now they're all empty. And for layer 2, I'm going to add a control message that is, just simply for something simple for the nature of our demo. So I'll go ahead and add that control message. Now I've got the control message in here, and if I hit the X key, it'll actually then send that message to the active layer. Now it's still in debug mode, so what's going to happen is it's going to send those messages to the layer. The layer is going to execute one loop. It's going to produce messages for the other layers, which will then be reflected in the debugger. So I'm going to go ahead and hit X now, and you'll see it's running messages. If I come over here, you can see that it's actually doing the inferences. And if you look at the bottom, the layer 3 actually received an updated messages state. So if we look over here in layer 3, you'll see that it actually sent that data that was sent along the bus and routed it to the debugger. So now you can see the data that came along the bus into layer 3. The other thing that's cool about this is that we redesigned it so that you can actually edit the identity or the prompts on the fly. So right now this is just the identity information for layer 2, but I say let's just make it talk like a pirate. So I'm just going to add a little dialect thing here and save that. And then if I just rerun this, because it's still loaded in there, so if I just rerun this now, it will execute it again. And if we scroll up here a little bit, let's see. Where's my identity stuff? There you go. You can see the dialect was added there, and now we're talking like a pirate. And if you look over here, you will see in layer 3, we now have a new message. That's that. So that's it. I think it's pretty freaking cool. The text user interface is a little basic still, but it's a really good start. I've got good communication going, and I'm excited to actually be able to use this to actually interrupt the running ACE and be able to kind of refine the prompts by just passing focused data around. I think it's going to be super helpful.